Good morning America, today the 20th of January 2026 news. Oil prices edged higher as a weaker dollar provided support, while markets monitored President Donald Trump's tariff threats against European nations linked to his push to buy Greenland. Brent rose 0.2% to $64.09 a barrel, with U.S. crude also gaining 0.2%. Taiwan aims to build a democratic high-tech supply chain and form a strategic AI partnership with the United States under a new tariffs deal. President Donald Trump has urged the major semiconductor producer to boost U.S. investment, especially in AI-related chips. The dollar fell for a second day in Asian trading as White House threats toward the European Union over Greenland sparked a sell-off in U.S. stocks and bonds. The dollar index slipped 0.2% to its lowest level since January 13. Vietnam's top leader To Lam pledged annual economic growth above 10% for the rest of the decade in a speech to the Communist Party Congress. The week-long Hanoi meeting will decide leadership roles and set economic targets through 2030. Chinese exports of rare earth magnets to Japan fell 8% in December from November, as a diplomatic dispute raised concerns over future supplies. The worries deepened after Beijing imposed a January ban on exporting certain dual-use items to Japan. Gold surged past $4,700 an ounce for the first time as investors rushed to safe havens after President Donald Trump threatened new tariffs on European allies. Silver hovered near record highs, while U.S. gold futures also climbed sharply. A Minnesota man said ICE officers broke down his door with guns drawn, handcuffed him and dragged him into the snow wearing only shorts and Crocs during a raid, leaving him feeling fear, shame and desperation before returning him home without explanation or apology. U.S. President Donald Trump said he had a very good call with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte about Greenland. He also mentioned agreeing to a meeting with unspecified parties at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney is seeking a new global trading order by strengthening ties with China and signing smaller trade deals. Despite these efforts, Canada remains heavily dependent on the U.S., limiting Carney's ability to fully diversify trade after Trump's tariffs disrupted existing relationships. U.S. President Donald Trump said he would impose a 200% tariff on French wines and champagnes, claiming it would pressure President Emmanuel Macron to join his Board of Peace initiative, while dismissing Macron's refusal by saying he would soon leave office. Trump told Norway's prime minister he no longer felt bound to think purely of peace after missing the Nobel Prize. Markets reacted with higher treasury yields and falling equities as investors awaited Europe's response to escalating tariff threats.